Hi guys, so this is my car. I'm still haven't passed my test. My test is in June. But this is it. I call her Susie. I'll show you a picture of her outside. I don't know why, if this is what people do when they get a car. I don't know why, she just feels like a Susie. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to go to storage because I left my coffee machine in storage. It's a Tassimo, but because I'm sharing now, I just kind of want to have things to hand. So in my room, I'm kind of setting things up. You would have seen my room. It's not set up yet. I've got a Marilyn Monroe picture coming. It's definitely going to be different. So today, sorry, that's what we're doing. I've got somebody coming with me who I will say now doesn't want to be on camera, but because I've got provisional, they've been very kind and are going to drive with me as a passenger. So we're doing that today. I'm definitely still getting used to driving, but apparently I'm good. So we'll see. Got my camera here. So yes, let's get driving. I haven't put the radio on yet when I'm driving because I'm still at that stage where I want to keep... That's just the camera going on, guys. I just have a driving camera in the front and the back. I got it on Amazon just in case. So yes, we're going to be going shortly. Just waiting for my friend to get here. I'm excited to start driving, particularly now where I'm living, guys. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to lie. I know financially it's the right decision. I was very, very upset to leave my apartment, but do look at where I've been. That'll show everything. But I am literally in the middle of nowhere. So I got a car loan. This is my car. Got it on Auto Trader. I do like it. It's a very girly car. Apparently it's only ever had women owners, so that's interesting. So yes, so I shall see you soon. It's going to be interesting, I think, when I do pass, because it's just going to mean so much freedom for me. And I'm definitely a late bloomer in terms of driving. So we'll see. So yeah, let's get going. How's it going?
It's okay this side. Which way are you going, right or left?
I'm going to go left. Okay, so I won't be on too long because I'm driving.
Yeah, it's illegal.
I know, but I will see you at storage. So I'm at storage now. I want to get my coffee machine, but also I don't know if you guys go onto this, but one of my friends recommended Vinted, and I've just got a lot of things that people might find useful. So we're about to go in now. Self-storage Oxford. Was a little bit of traffic, but I think we hit the school ending and things like that. So about to go in, and I'll see you soon. The coffee machine is here. I'm able to use downstairs. If you didn't see my first vlog is where I've been, you'll know. Some people are away for another 3 weeks, so there's only 2 of us here, so I get to kind of do things downstairs. Basically what I've done is I've completely descaled the coffee machine. I've got some glasses I wanted to show you today. This is like it's not a one-person coffee machine, I will show you, but it's like, it's a smaller one. So if I take you over, so you can see it's kind of the Bosch one, it has the water filter to the side, and then you just lift this cap up here and you put in your coffee. And what I've got in here, it might be a good angle to show you. I will link these below. They were such good value. They're just basically, I've always been really bad and just use normal cups. I've never actually gotten latte cups before, so I thought, why not just do it? These are 385 mils, I think. So let's just take a look. They're really, really well packaged too. Such good. I think they were $6.99, but I will link it below if you're interested. You get 2. The company is called Ancio, so that's what it looks like there. Nice little strong handle as well. But yeah, now I'm going to check. I may have to lift the bottom out of the Bosch to get it in, but we will see that together. Yeah. So basically this comes out, and you can basically, there. So that's what that's going to do every time I need to do it. And this is basically just to catch any ends in the coffee, things like that need to be caught. And then this is dishwasher safe as well. This comes in various colors, red, black, and white. I got the creamy kind of color. So we're going to do that. And I will then kind of go upstairs. So yes, we're going to do that today in a moment. But just to say, like, where I've been, I've still been getting kind of things ready for myself. I do apologize how I look today. I know I've got no makeup on. I did my hair last night. I had a shower and then it kind of naturally dried. Again, that beep is just because I got the dishwasher on pause. But yes, it's just been a really, really hectic couple of weeks. I'm still getting used to the new surroundings, even though it's been a while. My life, I'm kind of taking in different trajectories. I have a project on that I'm thinking of doing, that I'm planning and researching, and it's a converted camper van. So that'll give me options in the summer and things like that, and who knows where that might take me. But it'll be completely individual to me. I'm completely doing the inside, gutting it out, and that'll be something that I do converted myself, and that's going to take a couple of months. But I'm hoping by the end of the year that I can look at something that's mine and I can go anywhere. My driving test, past the theory, practical is the June the 2nd in the morning. So that's, fingers crossed I pass that. It's just going to give me so much freedom. But today it's all about kind of, I've done a lot of my laundry, things like that. A lot of these vlogs are going to be in the car. I'm definitely still going to be doing makeup and things like that. But a lot of this will be me out and about and doing things. I do have a lot of kind of friends that are around me, but as you saw in the previous kind of section, a lot of them don't want to be on, which is absolutely fine. I have to say, we're all kind of introverts. I love coming on here, but put me in a room with people I don't know, and I think me and my friends have said this, and we just get a little bit, so maybe people are different. But we are definitely getting back on track. So my kind of project is a camper van. That's not that I'm going to stay in that. It's a project of mine to give me some freedom to travel. I've been looking at a lot of people online on YouTube who've done it, and it's something that is just your own, your own. You can go to Austria, France, anywhere, and it's just your own. So that's something I want to do. Obviously, I am thinking about, my own, by the end of the year, maybe into early next year, my own place too. But this is kind of very grateful to be here, because this is like my stopground before we get to the next stage. So again, I'm sorry about how I look, but I wanted to kind of, if it is a vlog, this is going to be live. So yes, so these are the 2-pack, 385ml. This is what it looks like, and I've just shown you the glass. It didn't fit, but that's absolutely fine. My Bosch is the smaller one, only because when you live by yourself, and nobody else drinks coffee, even when they come over, you do tend to get a smaller one. And this is just the glass there too, but it's quite sturdy. Some of them are really thin, but I like this. It'll be dishwasher safe. So we're going to do that now. So basically how you know it's done, just if you've got a new one and you don't know, if you see the flashing yellow here, it will just stay. So it'll stop flashing and then you know it's safe to basically open the top. So you just wait. There we go. You can see it there, and then you just literally open and then pop in your, always pop in the milk first. Give it a shake. I'm hoping, guys, just looking at it, I'm hoping that there's enough for the coffee, because I thought it would be a good size just for a normal latte, but we'll see how we go. And then you just press it again. I'm hoping it doesn't take. That's okay. So I'm just going to wait for the for the orange light to stop flashing, and then you know it's safe to stop. I can smell the coffee, it's really strong. It actually looks, and maybe this is because I don't have clear glasses, but the latte looks quite dark. But I'm going to give it a stir and see how we go. But that's it basically. It doesn't take very long, guys. It's really, really good. I've had this for 2 years. You can get different ones. You can get caramel. I just got the normal latte 8-pack, because I don't tend to drink. I maybe drink it on my days that I'm off, and I drink tea in the morning. So it's gone red. So I'm just gonna pop this off quickly. Give it a bit of a stir, because it's kind of two-toned at the minute. And you can see it's going a lighter brown now. That's kind of the normal colour. So we'll give that a stir. We'll pop back the bottom on that one. So just to, obviously it doesn't fit this one, which is fine. Just pop that back. You can see that, guys. That's the colour it ended up being. And it's a good size as well. It's definitely, and if you're wondering, it's set it on the top anyway, but Tassimo and Bosch, you can use Costa coffees, and they sell them in the shop, but I get mine on Amazon. And that's it, that's the coffee. So I'm upstairs now, and apologies if you can hear things outside, but it is so warm today. I've got the window open. But yes, I have a lot to be grateful for. I've got the coffee in my room. I do have a lot to be grateful for. I've been through a lot, I think, this year and last year. I think I'm still going through a lot. I think you go through a lot when you know what your final destination is, even when you don't. And that's what I think I've just come through, not knowing. And I still am a little bit uncertain, but there's a plan now, you know, there's a plan ahead. And that kind of lifts off some of the stress. I'm getting used to not working in the after school, which I thought I'd feel more relaxed, but I'm not. I think I'm, on days that I am off, I'm kind of thinking about the kids and what they're doing and what I would have been doing. But I know financially I'm saving so much. Like I said before in my vlog, do take a look at where I've been vlog. I have washed my hair, like I said before, but it dried naturally, and that's kind of something that happens. So I will be straightening it because I'm doing a lot of recording today. Hopefully it'll all get out by today. Sorry, there is people doing stuff outside. There's someone's getting something done to their house, and you can hear that. I'm sorry, but it is so hot in this house. I had to open the windows. And so yes, so that's kind of what's going on. I do have plans. A lot of things also in family have happened, like I said before. And it's just kind of like about building my life around what's going to happen in the future, basically. And that's it. Wellness wise, I'm not doing very well, and I've got a couple of doctor's appointments coming up. I think the bird flu just really took everything out of me, and there's a lot of long-term effects from that. And also before that, I'd had a couple of issues with kind of the migraines and things like that, and so they were being looked at. I've got an MRI in a couple of months time, so weeks time even, sorry. So that's all going ahead too. But what it's all made me feel is very grateful. I'm grateful for where I am. I'm grateful that I don't have the bills that I would have had in an apartment. So there are very positive things that I'm trying to take out of this, and that will then let me go to the next stage, because I have been looking a lot about alternative kind of living. I see so many people, like there's Nomadic Introvert, I look at her. There's a lot of people that just made a decision, you know what, life has not turned out like my friends or family, or what never mind my friends or family, but just what I thought was going to happen, and now I'm just going to make a plan. And a lot of people are kind of alternative living, and it's not something that I would have ever thought about before, but I've been following her for maybe a year, 2 years, and seeing her very first video to where she is now, and other people too in the UK, seeing what they're doing and things like that. And it's very inspirational, and it's a new way, I think, of life, and it's something that I'm going to start off as a project. So I'm going to be buying a Transit. Sorry, I got in the Samsung watch, and it tells me when I've got a text message, so I'm still kind of looking through all that. Really random. Somebody called me yesterday and I was kind of looking at it, and it was telling me they're calling, and I was able to answer it from my watch. So yeah, there you go. I'm late on the bandwagon with that one. But yes, so I mean, there's definitely a lot to be grateful for, and you know, I have to be grateful for where I am now. You know, I have to kind of look at, okay, what's the next step? This is where you are. Let's look at that. But what is the next step? And so that's kind of what I'm looking at the minute, and where I'll go from there, basically. I think now is the time to look to the future. So there will be a lot of vlogs of what I'm doing in my life, travel as well. April, they'll be back home in Ireland. A lot of travel there. We're going to go to Johnstown Castle, which is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited to show you guys. So the grounds themselves are absolutely stunning. There's like woodland, a lake, and then there's the castle itself, which you can get tickets to see inside. Absolutely gorgeous. The kind of I'm going to go down by the shore on Kirklow Beach in Wexford, and then we're going to go down just Wexford town and things like that and show you around. It's going to be amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, and I do miss Ireland a lot, but it's nice to go home and see everybody. So yeah, so that's going to be my plan. A lot of vlogs, still makeup, still doing skincare, you know, because self-care is so important. And because of my health, you know, there's times where, you know, yesterday I did a 3-hour shift, which is not a lot. And I came home and slept for probably 6 hours. And that's not like me, you know. And then somebody said to me, maybe go to the GP about that. There's things where I might have slept the whole night, and then I feel like I haven't slept. So I don't know what's happening. Is that maybe, you know, when somebody was saying it possibly is just a long-term effect from, you know, the bird flu, but I've never heard of long-term effects from influenza. The technical term is influenza type A, and then obviously people also call it bird flu. So yeah, really unusual. So I'm hoping, I've got an appointment on Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes. But energy wise, I'm really finding it difficult. So I'm hoping, you know, I'm taking multivitamins, I'm taking my iron, you know, I'm doing all of that. You know, for a while I went off coffee completely because I thought, you know, the headaches and things, and it didn't make a difference. So I do have a water over there. You can't see off camera. I've got like a litre of water I'm going to be drinking today. So even if I have a coffee, I still, you know, have my water and things like that. But yeah, I'm really struggling with sleep, and I'm struggling with energy. So they're the two things that, since I've come out of bird flu, that I'm struggling with, and I wasn't struggling as much before that. So it does seem practically that, you know, that it is, that's the reason. But yes, I don't want to go too on about me and my health and stuff. But it does take an effect, I think, to YouTube, because then I'm not on, and I want to be. And you know, products and makeup are, you know, one of my passions. Writing is a passion. I've done whole videos on writing, and when I wrote my first book. My second book is kind of, you know, was in the making before, you know, I got so ill. And I got lots of books on forensic science and the lab side of things, because that's the next step. And this second book is really going into the laboratory tests and things, and, you know, crime, things like that, that I've been really, you know, passionate about in my first book, but wants to go in depth in the second. And so I'd had a lot of books, and I've been looking at possibly a course and stuff. So all of that kind of went by the wayside. The car, I'm trying to, you know, it just passed its MOT, so that's good. But they said the two front tires, the thread depth, maybe you need to kind of replace those. So he did pass it. He passed the car on the MOT, but I do need to look at 2 new tires. So that's something that I'm going to be doing. I've gotten a few. I need to replace the heating system in the car, so I'm doing that. But I'm also doing two people actually put jackets on the other day when they went into my car because it was so cold. I didn't feel it. I don't know why. Maybe I'm so used to it. But they were like, "Oh, I'll keep my jacket on," or one of them had a jumper and a jacket on, and I thought, "Oh my God, is it that bad?" So I'm looking at getting my, the heating system replaced. I'm looking, but all these things, take time and money and things like that. So that's going to be something I'll be doing, particularly in the winter. It probably will be more kind of prevalent when the weather gets really bad. So yes, so I'm doing some recording today. Tomorrow I'm working. We are in Monday. My goodness, I'm sorry, it's Monday today. Tomorrow I'm working an overnight. Wednesday I'm off. Thursday I'm working. Friday I'm working, and then I've got the weekend off. So in those times when I'm off, I'm struggling, with not being with the kids, and I miss them terribly. And that's something I think, because when you're in a job for so long, like 7 years is such a long time. I just miss them. I miss them like crazy, but I am starting to see kind of the financial benefits this month of not getting the taxis and not doing all that kind of thing. So it has weighed up, and sometimes in life, you're meant to go a different way. When I look at all these people online, and they started out, in the converted camper vans and the transits, I just think it's so creative. There's something about it, and I'm just hooked on it. I don't know why. I've never traveled in a van. I've never even stayed over in a caravan in my life. I've never done anything like that. And I first saw Nomadic Introvert 2 years ago, and I just was intrigued by her, so I'm still looking at her. And now I thought, okay, I put in camper van conversions UK into YouTube, and so many people came up. It was crazy how many people came up and how many people are doing it, and there's like sections where they do playlists. So like from start to finish, this is when I did my camper van. So somebody, I think, just bought a transit van. There was nothing in it at all. It was just a van, and from start to finish what they did, and it was just amazing. One person put in how I did this under £900, and that was something I looked at, because do I want to keep the car? Yes, I do. I want to keep the car. If I have that as well, because I'm hoping it's just going to be holidays or travel. And then, the other thing is that it's completely kitted out to live in. So if anything ever happens, or I decide, this is just coming up to the end, maybe I have that, it's there. So that's something I'm going to do, and I'm really going to put everything into it. And what I like about not just getting, I couldn't, some of them are like 56,000. It's silly. It really is silly money to get a brand new one when I see all these people. And there's two things about it. Yes, you get to know about electronics, you get to know about everything, but two, everything you've put in that van, camper van, is yours. It's your creativity, it's your creation. So that's something that really, really, gets me on that too. So yeah, that's something I've got such a passion for. I've been looking at it, especially when I've been so ill. And sometimes, guys, I can't even get out of bed because I'm so ill, and my head is sore, and for some reason I'm still tired even though I've slept the night before. I can literally, and if all I can do is lift my phone, I go onto those videos, and it just gives me so much inspiration. They're so inspirational, because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to kind of travel in a camper van, even if it's just for a holiday. The first night overnight sleeping, it must be really, your first overnight must be so unusual, sleeping in a camper van. It really must be. Particularly for women, it must be like for everybody, but maybe, I see a lot of female solo travel, and it must be something they talk about. They say a lot, the first night, or, even not the first night, even, knowing a new place and things like that is difficult. So, but then obviously, they're open, they might open up their window to like the sea, or, somewhere they've chosen to go. So, there's ups and downs to everything. So yes, this is kind of where I'm at the minute. I'll leave this vlog here now. The next vlog will probably be when I've gone on to Shein, because I got covers that keep people warm that are attached to the seat. So you attach them to the seat and they sit on it, and I think they keep them warm until my heating comes in. And my heating does work, but it's not the warmest. But I never noticed it until my friend said it. They're like, "Oh my God, it's freezing in this car." I was like, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry. Keep your coats on then. So they kept their jackets on. Last night, was it last night? No. I'll tell you the story and then I'll go, because I know what's going on. But I didn't have work, but I was tired. I wasn't like in pain or anything, and somebody had maybe not too much to drink, but I think they'd had a few beers, enough that they couldn't drive. So, and nobody really felt like cooking, and so they got a Domino's pizza, but it was for collection. And they were like, Kira, can you drive me down? Can you drive me down? I was like, okay. I didn't realise, because I'd been so sleepy that day, what the weather was like outside. So I opened the front door with the car keys in my hand, and it's rain, winding, and he's looking at me going, well, I've paid for it now. And I'm like, well, we have to go and get this pizza. So pitch dark, haven't passed my test yet. Obviously I've got him with me in the car. Rain, hail, wind, but we got there and we got back. And it was so funny. He was like, I know you haven't passed, but I'd give you a 5 out of 5 and I would pass you. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. He was like, no, because I was so nervous about how I was driving, because, you know, I'm starting out driving. I think I'm good in the daytime. That was the first time. I think it was pitch black, rain, everything. A couple of days ago in the UK, it was horrendous. And we had to go and get this all for a pizza. Oh my God. And it wasn't even my pizza. So yeah, it got, yeah, so we got there and we got back, and I used, even though I knew where I was going, I don't know why, but I still did Google Maps. I know that's really weird, where she tells you where to go and stuff. I just felt like it was like my little kind of like comfort, you know. So no, we got there and we got back. It was horrendous. There was floods, everything. We had to go through flood water. I was paranoid about my car then, because we'd gone kind of where it had gone beyond the level of the wheel, and I thought, oh my God. When we'd driven there during the day, because I'd gone to storage, it was fine. There was nothing on the road whatsoever. And we went back about, when did you get the pizza? Was, I think it was ordered at 9 and we got there at like 9:30. But on the way back, after collecting the pizza, the water level had just risen, and I thought, oh my God, I'm not going to get through this. And he was like, you'll be fine. I was like, no, look at this. The car in front had just, there was nobody in. How I realized something was wrong, because it was pitch black, is that the guy in front of me, there was nobody in front of him, and he put on his brake lights, and I'm kind of looking around going, there's nobody there, is he okay? And then I could see him go slowly, and the splashes were coming up, and I thought, oh my God, he's going through a flood. And they were like, no, he's not. I was like, he is, look. And they looked, because they were in the back, they were looking, and he was going through it. And they were like, Kira, how are we going to do this? And I was like, I have to go through it. I can't. I have to go through it. So we drove through it, but I was paranoid the whole way. And they were like, you're doing fine. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. And I was like, if something happens and we like conk out in the middle of the countryside, because I am in the countryside now, we're just like left on our own. So no, but we were fine. It was absolutely fine in the end. I think because I'm still new, I probably had a little bit more anxiety than most experienced drivers would, but we were absolutely fine. And we got home and they were like, 5 out of 5, we'd pass you. And I was like, yeah, okay. We got the pizza. Eat the pizza. Go eat your pizza. So that was that. But yes, so I'm looking forward to getting back on YouTube. I'm looking forward to, maybe you'll see a different side of my life, a different side of me. I absolutely love doing makeup artistry, freelancing. I'm still up there doing that. But I think now I have like a passion to just get out there and travel. And I am introverted, and I do have friends. But I think the camper van, and I've heard people, so there's a nomadic introvert, and obviously her channel is nomadic introvert, which is, you know, she is introverted. It gives a person like that, having a camper van like that, or having a van, you know, kitted out, the freedom to do all the travel they want, you know, to kind of be an extrovert when you feel comfortable, and then when you're not, you come in and you've got everything you need, and you've got that kind of calmness. And I just really like it. There's something about it that I really like. So this year I'm going to be focusing on getting like a transit, and you know, it's not going to happen overnight in any way, shape or form. It really isn't. Even just getting the van is going to be the first thing, and that's not going to be for a while. So once that's then, I've kind of started been doing sketches. I know that's crazy, I've never done that before, but I'm of the interior and what I want and stuff. So yes, and who knows, there may be like a little doggy along the way, I don't know, but we'll see. So that's going on at the minute. I will be doing more recording today, and I'm hoping next week that the things for the car will come. So like I said, it was like the heaters. They're not heaters, but they're self-heating, and they attach to your seat. So I've gotten one for the passenger, one for the driver. Nobody's really in the back a lot, so I didn't think of getting those. But if they need them, I'll get them. And yeah, we'll go from there. I've gotten a heat kind of. It's a matching colour heat for the steering wheel, things like that. So I'll show you when I get it. It's quite cute, and I'll just keep everything warm in the winter. And then obviously my plan then is to get the heating fixed. But yes, so that's what's going on at the minute, guys. Thank you so much for all the subscribers, old and new. I really do appreciate it. I've just gone through a really emotionally, physically, mentally challenging time. I've never been this kind of challenged, and I have to come through the end. I have to believe that I'm going to come through the end, because when you don't, you just, you know, you just get so overwhelmed, so overwhelmed. And in my job now, there's a lot of personalities, and they've all kind of got their own way of doing things in support work. And it can definitely be a challenge sometimes, with personalities and things, and you want the best, you just want the best for everybody, but naturally, you know, something, you know, personalities are just there. So yes, so that's what's been going on. I'm going to finish my coffee and get on with my recording. Again, thank you so much to everybody, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next vlog.